Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to the channel, to our coffee times together. So grab your mugs of coffee because today we are talking about some Netflix exclusives that I have been watching lately.
It's coffee time!
So instead of doing my regular monthly, what I watched last month videos, because normally they end up being long and I mention way too many things, I just decided that whenever I have a couple of movies, a couple of series, something that it's interesting that I want to talk to you about, I can make kind of like a compilation video like this one, in which I'm going to talk to you about 4 Netflix exclusives that I have binged in the last month. They are all, I believe, season 1, well, 3 season 1, and the other one is a mini series. So let's get to them. First of all, let's talk The Witcher. Let's talk about that one, because I think everybody has been just tweeting about it, talking about it, commenting on it, making covers of that song that will never leave your head once you watch the show. So The Witcher came out in December 2019, and it was one of the most expected Netflix exclusives for me because I had played the game back in the day. Actually, The Witcher, the TV show, it's based on the books by a Polish author. So it's not specifically based on the game. So obviously we all watch The Witcher for the plot. I mean, you know what I mean? And it was just a combination of what the F, damn that's hot, and what the hell is happening. It was great though. It's kind of like an epic adventure. It's a fantasy that takes place in this fictitious world called the Continent, and we follow Gerard de Rivia, and he is a witcher, which is a mutated species that has specific powers, and it is a monster hunter. So basically he lives just to hunt monsters to get money and also just sleep with women. So that's how he is, and we accept him for that. And he is a master when it comes to dropping the F-bombs. Those moments were the best of the show. There is a compilation going out there. It's one of my favorite videos of 2019. And I really enjoyed this series. So the season 1 of The Witcher is actually based on the books The Last Wish and Sword of Destiny, which are short stories. These are meant to be kind of setting the base for the rest of the story, and I know that people that have read the books found the TV series a little bit confusing because the timeline is different. The reason why I believe the show did what it did, it's because they're kind of establishing our 3 main characters. So we follow them throughout the whole 8 episodes, and we see their backgrounds, we see their presence, and we also see how their paths kind of connect. We're following of course our Witcher, then we're also following Jennifer, who is a sorceress. She's also an amazing character, and we're following Princess Ciri. So the series kind of jumps back and forth between them and their past and their present, and I understand why it could be a little bit more challenging or confusing for a lot of people. But I did find the story really entertaining. I loved all the characters. It is dark and it gave me everything that I wanted. I absolutely loved it, and I would rewatch it anytime. Next we have Spinning Out season 1. This is a drama kind of soapy series, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would because it has amazing mental illness representation and the characters are so well developed. It is just fantastic. It also shows you a lot of different relationships, like friendships, love relationships, family relationships, like with your mom, with your dad, with your sister, with your brothers. It's just like so rich. in all of that, that it was ended up being more than just your typical love story. We're following the story of Kat Baker. She's a professional ice skater, and after an injury that has left her really traumatized, she has trouble to get back on the ice and, you know, to start competing again. So she decides that maybe she should teach instead. So we're following her and her family, and there is issues addressed, like I said, about mental illness, and this was just so beautifully shot as well. I really loved the whole show. I binged it in like a weekend, so it's very bingeable as well because you just want to know what happens next. And like I said, one of my favorite things about this show was the character exploration and, you know, the humanity that we get to see in all of these characters, and I love it. So if you like kind of drama stories or things that are a little bit more to do with family dynamics and mental illness, this might be for you. Next, I have a pretty recent release by the time that I am recording this video, and that is Eros, or I don't know if you guys pronounce it Aries, but I think in the Netherlands, where this comes from, it's pronounced Eros. So basically this is a Dutch Netflix exclusive that really looked interesting to me. It looked very dark and the premise was also really interesting. We are following Rosa, and she has come across this secret society in Amsterdam, and she decides to join without really knowing what they do, what is expected of her, what's gonna happen with her. And it was at moments a little bit trippy, I'm not gonna lie, but I really appreciated the whole build-up of this secret society, and it just got more disturbing as the story progressed. And even though the ending was not what I expected, and I was a little bit confused with that ending, I was not like really satisfied with it. However, I'm not sure if they decided to go that way because they are planning on doing season 2 and explain a lot of things. I'm not really sure. But if you're looking for a dark series that explores, you know, cults, secret societies, and you like dark, twisted stories, this is definitely for you. And the visuals are great though, and there were a couple of shots that were really amazing. It is bloody as well, which we like, and it was different in a way, even though the ending was a little bit a what the F moment. But it's also very bingeable because I believe it's only 8 episodes and every episode is around 30 minutes tops, so it is also a very bingeable series. And now let's go to the last one, which is also one of my favorite Netflix exclusives ever, and that is Dracula, the miniseries. It is only 3 episodes, but they are fairly long. I believe every episode is around 1.5 hours. And it is obviously based and inspired on the novel by Bram Stoker, Dracula, but it is kind of approaching it in a new way, and I absolutely loved it. It is dark, gory, bloody. We love that. And we also get to see again Jonathan Harker. We get to see the Count Dracula in his mansion, but we also get to see him traveling. It's just fantastic. We also get to see him, of course, face his arch nemesis, the Van Helsing family, in a very new and original way that I absolutely adored. I thought the characters were really well picked and the acting was fantastic. The main actor that plays Dracula was just so fitting for this role, and they also explore a little bit the vulnerability that Dracula has, and I thought that whole exploration of what does Dracula fear, like somebody that has his power, that has lived for so many years. And we also get to see her character in different like time periods and places, which keeps, you know, the miniseries super interesting. I kind of wish that Netflix would have decided to make this a bit longer, like make a really full big season or maybe even 2 seasons, but I understand, and probably it would not have had the same impact if they would have really made it that long, but this is definitely one of my favorite Netflix exclusives. And these were 4 of the Netflix exclusives, some of their TV shows that I have been checking out lately. Let me know down below what you thought about these shows. Have you watched them? Do you want to watch them? And what is the best Netflix exclusive that you have watched lately? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please give the video a big thumbs up. If you're new here and you want to join my coffee times, remember to subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell before you leave. And if you want to follow me in other social media, I have Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The links to those can be found as well in the description box down below. And I'll see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!